Charlotte Collins and welcome to the SheerLuxe Show. Today we have fashion, alfresco dining, reality TV royalty, sustainable living and lots more. First up, it's chat with the team, from toilet situations on holiday to the etiquette of being naked to best interior buys. You won't want to miss it. Later, SheerLuxe favourite Sarah Corbett-Winder is sharing her summer style essentials, from sandals to beachwear to jewellery, it's all there. Cook and all-round babe NATALIE CHASSAY is showing us how to create the perfect picnic, from the food to the setting to the ultimate cocktail. Kyle Richards of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is answering 20 questions in 10 minutes, which is fascinating, I promise. And finally, one of our favourite makeup artists is talking all about her approach to a sustainably focused lifestyle. But first, it's chat with the team. We have Sherri, Heather and Sarah. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
A very colourful sofa today. Sarah, normally it's you bringing the colour, but
I know.
everybody's doing it today.
You want blue?
No, I just mean
Nice
everyone's
Twinkle.
involved. I love it. Right, as we mentioned, we're going to talk about toilet habits on holiday because gut health brand Simprove ran a survey which said that a third of the nation are too embarrassed to do a number two whilst they're on holiday, and 41% refuse to share a bathroom with their partner. Don't know what people are doing. Getting to hotel rooms on holiday.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Anyway, so the question is, actually the first question written down here is, what is your strategy? So do tell, what is your strategy for going to the bathroom on holiday, Sarah?
So I always find that a flight just doesn't make things run efficiently when you're landing. So I actually take on landing to there's sort of a herbal thing to help you go to the loo called Tripala, which Pucker do a really good one. You just take a couple of pills, and I just feel like it gets everything moving. Yeah. It's just not a nice feeling.
No, it's
and
not.
It ruins your holiday, and you're waiting, and it's just nasty. So I just get it over and done with, and then it gets your rhythm back, and you're good to go.
I mean, I love that. Who would have known that there was such a handy tip from someone? Heather, what is your strategy?
I guess it depends who you're on holiday with.
Yes.
Like, I've just got back from holiday, and I think now, sort of 6 and a bit years in with my relationship, it's kind of just fine. You're just like, can you just like go to the other side of the room and
I think when you live
disappear,
together,
it's fine. But then there are other people on the holiday as well, and there were some times where I really wanted to go, but I was just like, I can't. And then by the end, it was just, when you've gone away for a while, you can just sort of start talking in codes, like, do you two want to go and get a coffee? Yeah, like go and get a coffee and I'll come join you in a few minutes. And, sort of you get around it that way. I think
you understand.
Yeah, you just got to go. You don't want to, that's the thing you want to do on holidays, feel really ill because you're too embarrassed to go or anything. And yes.
I know, that makes me quite sad.
Exactly.
Like that. Sherri, any strategy?
I just think, honestly, have no shame.
Yeah.
Don't be embarrassed. It's so natural. Like everyone
It's natural.
Yeah.
Natural, yes.
I always think, Kate Middleton, every single, the classiest person you can think, they all have to go through that.
Yeah.
So I think just be really open.
Get on with it.
Exactly, with your friends, your partner, especially if you're together.
Yeah.
Very, I think sooner rather than later, make it a thing, as in it's not a thing.
Yeah. I always take a mini travel candle on holiday.
That's a good idea.
Yes, it is. A mini diptyque or a mini... A, it's just generally nicer for a hotel room,
very
but B,
clever. I like that.
saves a bit of embarrassment.
like
What about, I feel like everybody had that thing when you first go on holiday with a new boyfriend or a new partner, and, that's a whole other ball game. Like when you have, you're talking about long-term relationships, but like, it's all about the hotel lobby, isn't it? In that sense.
Definitely.
I have to call my mum. I'll be back.
Or when you're out and about, just anywhere but the hotel room.
Exactly. All right, let's move on and talk. I mean, the press releases have come in thick and fast this week. Some people apparently refuse to get naked in front of their pets. I don't have a statistic here on quite how many people that is, but I kind of get it. Like, I'm pretty open in front of my dog, but I do understand why.
Why?
Because
what are you worried about?
I think
he's going to trot off and tell someone.
They kind of have personalities, don't they? And you really, I think most people really infantilize their children. There we go. Their dogs in particular. So it can feel like getting naked in front of a person if you're really used to kind of personifying them a little bit.
So, would you get? Do you walk around your house naked though? No, it's
not really.
Okay, so it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't either. By the way.
I don't know, Sherri, do you? Would you walk around naked?
Of my house?
Well, I guess you have flatmates.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. No.
No, like I'll put on knickers to go down. Like I would never go fully naked.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
might go and make a coffee in the morning.
But if your dog came into your bathroom and you just got out the shower,
Oh no,
would
sorry.
you...
So full disclosure, my dog like literally sits and watches me have a shower.
Okay.
Like, yeah, but I don't know. But some people are really uncomfortable with that. Heather,
I mean, I don't have a pet, but occasionally look after one. I don't know. I don't.
but that's nuanced because you have somebody else's dog.
Yeah,
so
that's
where's
maybe a
that?
bit weirder. Like, no, I don't know actually. I feel like I don't know. I haven't really thought about it too much.
I don't think I'd do it in front of someone else's pet.
No.
Yeah,
but I do it in
agreed.
front of mine.
Exactly.
But why is that different? Because they're animals, surely.
Because they have such judgy faces. So
I know what
often.
you mean. Yeah,
So
the Chihuahua
judgy.
has a judgy face.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is there a difference between types of animals? So you had rabbits and now have a dog.
I probably weirdly would not have been naked in front of the rabbits, but dog.
Is that because they live in the garden as well?
Yeah, is it a circumstantial thing?
No, they lived in our house. So it's so weird. I can't tell you why, but I just wouldn't feel dog fine, Margaret absolutely fine, but rabbits no. I can't tell you why.
Interesting, because I feel like a dog is more of a human than a rabbit.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially if you've had a dog for a long time. I imagine like a 15-year-old dog, they feel like a family member. That might feel quite strange.
Yes.
But yeah.
Or your new baby dog.
Yeah, or a puppy, exactly. I know it's a weird one, isn't it? But they do. It's the eyes. They look at you
This
like
is it, they really stare.
they know what you're up to.
They really stare.
They're judging.
Yeah, there's a very big line though between being naked and like I would never have sex in front of a dog. Just
No, any animal.
I can't believe you said that on the internet, but like just full disclosure, I feel like there shouldn't
that's
be
a
a thing.
separate.
That's
issue,
that's
surely.
Like I think that's tantamount to like animal abuse.
Strange.
Yeah, absolutely not okay. All right, we're going to talk about interiors in a completely different note. I mean, how can we not talk about interiors with you here, Sarah? I mean, the best eye in the game. We thought we'd share some interiors things that we bought recently. So I will start with you.
I have finally got my hands on the Edit 58 scallop.
Which you have, but it's all the way over there.
Yes.
Can my lovely assistant, Wash, go and retrieve it? Thank you.
I know the exact one. It's
They're
lovely.
so beautiful. And what I love about them is you can use, so they come in different sizes. This is the large, but they come in a medium and a small as well. We have ours on our coffee table with actually a tray inside and trinkets and books.
Oh, nice.
I mean, Sarah, it's so
Yeah,
unreal.
you need to
I love
see
it.
it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But you could put fruit in it. You can have it in your kitchen. It'd be quite lovely. It's sort of on a dressing table
Yes.
with all your bits in it. Lovely with magazines in it. I just think it's a beautiful piece of art.
They just sell out very quickly, don't they? They're very hard to get your hands
The
on.
medium, I think, and the small are available now. But the large, not yet. But do put your email in, and they will send it. The, the notification thing.
Yeah, I love that. Big fan.
Yeah,
Such
it's
a good
really
size.
thick,
It's a
heavy, like solid.
Yes, and a lot of people have. We should say they were kind of the OGs. Like a lot of people have replicated the style, but
done
this
some
is
copying. But this is the
this
real
is the
deal.
one.
Yeah.
That's why it's so sturdy.
Yeah.
Very nice. Heather, what have you bought?
I struggle
recently?
to think because I've been trying not to buy too many homewares, even though it's my favourite thing to do is just like look at homeware sites. But no, I went for some Arquette flower pots because I've got quite a few of the different ones around the house, and they've got just have sort of different colours that they bring out every now and again in different sizes. But I just think they're so good because they're really sturdy, and they've got like those saucers underneath, so you can actually like have them for houseplants as well, and you don't have to worry too much about spilling water everywhere. But they're really useful, I think, if you are in them, need a flower pot.
You've been on holiday for weeks, so we haven't had a kitchen update.
No.
Are we done? Is it finished?
We are done. We need to put everything on the wall, like pictures.
fun.
Okay.
So it's
Fun
all the
bits.
fun stuff,
Yeah.
which hopefully we can do this weekend. I've got some plates to hang, but I bought some hanger things for them, but they didn't quite fit. So
That's really frustrating.
I
Like
know.
stretching.
I know, they were the exact size for
Yeah.
all the things and they didn't work. But
What kind of plates are you hanging?
Some fun ones. I got some Danish plates from the 60s I got from a flea market. They're fun.
I feel like you two need to talk. Like,
They're
there's a
yellow
lot
and
in
they've
common.
got cheese on. But
fun.
Cute.
So yeah, I need to hang those. Yes.
Fun.
Nearly
Exciting.
Done, nearly done.
Sherry, what interiors buy has tickled your fancy recently?
So I really wanted to update the cushions on my bed. I've had them for about 3 years. I just don't really like them anymore. So I found this really nice seller on Etsy called Sun and Day. And they're an independent brand and they just make really cute, unique pieces. So like scalloped, one is checked and the other is striped.
Nice.
So a bit of a different theme. I usually went for like a pink, but I thought, you know what? I'm older now. I'm more grown up, more sophisticated. Let's get rid of the pink. Have some blue.
Oh,
nice.
Nice.
Which is completely different. So yeah, they're really nice and very soft linen fabric.
So nice. Sarah, have you bought Etsy bits for your home?
Yeah, I do love a good bit of Etsy. It's just nice to have that sort of unique sort of
Something a bit different.
They do lovely rattan like animal heads, you know, all those like elephants and donkeys and
I
big
feel like
fan.
this is squashing you. I'll move it, shall I? I can barely see you over it.
Charlotte, what about you?
Well, actually, speaking of, I just remembered I did buy a vintage ashtray on Etsy from the 1950s, which is like, I didn't have one at home, and you know, like we've just got matches lying around the garden and everything like that. And it's a kind of smoky green glass. If it's still available, it's beautiful. If it's still available, we'll put the link. But no, I was going to talk about paint actually, because I've just had some cupboards built, which is actually
I want
just
to
incredible.
see proper pictures of this.
I will show you a photo, but it's just incredible. Like the guys come to like a carpenter comes to your house and they just bring all this wood, and then this sounds so ridiculous, but they just make cupboards. It's such a skill. My God,
It is,
it's incredible.
How?
Anyway, so, like really, I could never. Anyway, so I'm denied for a long time about paint, but went for it's Lick Green 14. They've got a few different greens, and it's kind of like a bright pea green.
Nice.
That's how I
Have
describe
you
it.
used Lick before?
No, and I really liked it. I
I
really liked it. I tried lots. I mean, I've got Colour Trend around my house, which is an Irish brand because I thought it was Irish, which we really like. We've got some Fire and Ball in there. I tried Little Green, but this was like the perfect fun
the one
green. So I'll show you photos afterwards.
Yes,
please with that. But the other paint company that I found on my travels that I wanted to shout out to is called the Pickleston Paint Company.
Nice name.
Oh my God, you guys,
Great
it is
name.
so, look at their Instagram. They do the best inspo there. I think they're based in Hackney. It's all 100% water-based.
Nice.
You know, quick dry, good for the environment, blah, blah, blah. And
Great.
It's a really good brand. Good watch name. Thank you so much. I feel like we learned a lot there. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. All right, next up, Sarah is going to be back. She's going to be sharing the style essentials she can't live without this summer.
Oh, we're going Zara, are we? Okay, good.
Zara, I don't know, Massimo, let's see what takes your fancy. Very Chanel inspired. You're going to a wedding, quite cute, like those, on holiday. That with an amazing white dress, like that belt. Lots of crochet, ooh, I like those. I love that. Like the knitted braid on it, that is so cool. Yellow or blue. Oh, mine looks quite cute. That is stunning. Oh my God, that is so amazing. That is so fun. Love, very Carrie Bradshaw. That is really beautiful. See, Massimo, what can you give me with those trousers? That's a lush summer outfit. Yeah, linen blazer, really smart. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that colour's incredible. Oh my God, this is what I want. Knitted crochet shorts, right on the top of my list.
Hello, I'm Sarah Corbett-Winder, and I'm going to be talking you through the pieces that I'm wearing on repeat this summer. So we're seeing a lot of these two pieces around, and I am loving this one. It's Cassaraki, and just look at the colour. Great with tan sandals, but what I really love is that it's basically 3 for the price of 1. You can wear them together or separately. Shorts are great also with a lovely linen shirt, just opened. And I love the idea of this with a bikini top underneath. If this is open, kind of like a nice bandeau bikini top, great for lunch. A really, really useful piece, great for holiday. Also great back here when you're home. I am really loving linen this summer. It's so easy, very breathable, and it just keeps you cool in both senses. I'm loving this with nothing underneath shirt. I think the sage sort of olivey colour is, well, it kind of goes with everything. So great with tan sandals and great with a tan. Lovely worn open with a swimsuit underneath. A really, really useful piece. And then also lovely, like not in the high summer, tucked into some jeans. This is a very good investment piece. Of course, we've got some more 2 pieces because they are everywhere. I am loving this jigsaw number. Great for traveling. I mean, this actually is the perfect traveling outfit. Also great worn separately. Imagine that with a lovely black bandeau bikini for lunch. So chic. Just love the rickrack down the side. They're a really good shape. They kind of sit a little bit high, but a really lovely wide leg. And this is just so cool. I mean, let's just have a bit of time for that shape. And I love the little stitching detail as well. Again, 3 for the price of 1. And then there are so many summer dresses. I actually almost find it a little bit overwhelming. There are lots of the lovely floaty, I mean, there are just so many good ones. But I'm really drawn, and I have to admit I've been wearing this a lot, to this Doen number. So the ruffle is just really pretty. It's big enough, but not too big. The sleeves have got some lovely volume and really pretty with tan sandals, ballet flats. You just kind of feel a bit special in this number. Also great for traveling. Okay, so now we're on to some swim. I always love to invest in a new piece of swim for the summer. I kind of feel like we deserve it. I've recently discovered the brand Vanessa Saposi, if I'm pronouncing it right, and let's just have a moment for this. So it's super breathable and super chic. And what I love is that you can wear her off the shoulder, on the shoulder. You can also take this bit down so you can sunbathe properly with just the bandeau. But imagine that with a lovely wide leg for lunch. I mean, so chic. And it's not like tight and uncomfortable. It's really beautifully made. And then with the matching, I mean, look at the shape of that. I love that little V there. Very, very chic. I am a huge fan of a scarf when it comes to the summer and holidays as well. They are so useful. So you know when you're sort of not having your best hair day, when you've been in the sea, been swimming, been sunbathing, this is perfect. So just take her off the hanger. Great tied over your head, la voila. Or she can be worn as a top, or she can be tied onto a bag, she can be tied around your wrist, she can be tied around your neck. A scarf is a really great investment, and I'm loving this striped totem one. I just think it's so pretty and fresh, very useful. Then I feel there is the big chunky sandal trend is still here. And I am actually a huge fan, but I also like a bit of classicness to them as well, which is why I think these Me&M girls are perfect. So they're a really good tan, they're really comfortable, and they kind of go with everything. I mean, literally everything. Baskets. Okay, I admit I have a slight obsession when it comes to baskets. And I was so excited when I found this girl because she's a basket, but she's a sort of different basket. So she's got her strap, which is great, so you can wear her like that. Ooh, wear her like that. You can take her strap off and just wear her as a little box bag. And I just think this is a really lovely and fun take on the basket trend. It's a really good size, you can fit lots in it, and you can wear her crossbody as well. And I just think that yellow is a lovely little pop. I mean, look, how pretty is that? I think it's a really unusual bag that I have been living in this summer. I actually haven't found something that it doesn't go with. It makes me very happy. She's Anya Hindmarsh. Okay, sunnies. So as well as investing in a bikini each summer, I have to admit I invest in some new sunnies. Okay, let's have a moment for these. Jimmy Fairley, such a good colour. Again, what here on this rail could they not go with? They go with everything, and I love the shape. They're not too big, not too small. They're just a classic. I feel like these are just, you're gonna live in them for lots, well, I'm gonna live in them for lots more summers to come. I am a huge hat fan. Now, I've had this hat for quite a few years now, but she's still available. Bronte hats. I mean, she's just so classic. I'm actually just gonna switch up to the sunny so I can give you a better look of a holiday vibe. But so useful, protects your face from the sun and just adds a real classic chicness. Again, there is not an outfit yet I found that she doesn't go with. She's a forever friend. Okay, and jewels. So, two pieces to share with you. One being this lovely, let's just give her in her full glory, this lovely Missima pearl anklet, which I just think she's great. I live in her, love her, and highly recommend you have her in your summer wardrobe. I hope you've enjoyed that, and happy summer.
Thank you so much, Sarah. You have the best eye. I loved everything. Now, if you're planning on making the most of the sunshine and eating outside this weekend, you have lucked out because the very cool NATALIE CHASSAY is here with her tips for creating the perfect picnic. Thank you so much, Natalie. That was such good inspo, and that elderflower spritz looks so refreshing. Now, last week I had the pleasure of chatting to Kyle Richards of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills fame. Plus, I mean, she's pretty much all-round Hollywood royalty, isn't she? From her secret to a happy marriage to her favourite cosmetic procedures, we cover a lot in 10 minutes. I'm here, with a bit of a Hollywood legend. Can I call you that? I'm here with, with Real Housewives star Kyle Richards. I mean, Kyle, you've been in the show for 12 years, you were just saying. You are, pretty legendary on The Real Housewives. Wife, mother of 4, and here with us today to promote season 12, which is just amazing. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
I've got to start by asking you about London. You were telling us before that you filmed here years ago.
I filmed here making a movie called The Watcher in the Woods with Bette Davis. It was a Disney movie, one of their first scary movies. Okay. So my mom and I had a flat here in London, in Knightsbridge. Yeah. And we filmed at Pinewood Studios, and then, Stratford?
Stratford upon Avon, we learned, yes.
And in the countryside. So, yes, and I've been here, many times. I love, love, love London.
So I've got to ask you, what do you like to do when you're here? Where have you eaten? What have you seen?
My daughters like to really explore and try different things, especially my daughter Alexia. So she does all her research, and then she's like, we need to go eat Indian food. This has got 5,000 amazing reviews. So she took us to some amazing place. Cool. So we've just been like all over. And then we went to a concert in Hyde Park. Yes. And we've just been enjoying it. We went to Paris for 5 days.
I mean, dream. We're living the European dream.
We are.
What about Beverly Hills? Can you recommend some places? Where do you love to go in Beverly Hills?
The Beverly Hills Hotel. For breakfast, brunch, dinner, drinks. Yeah. Polo Lounge.
All of the above. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Il Pastel is like the main, if you're gonna want the best, if you want the best pasta, Beverly Hills, you have to eat Il Pastel.
Okay. Top rack.
Cannon Drive.
While we're talking recommendations, culture, what are you reading? You mentioned you're a big reader to me before. What do you like to read?
Okay, I just finished Colleen Hoover's book called It Ends With Us. Okay. I am a really big fan of Colleen Hoover. I think I packed 5 of her books for this trip, and my daughters are, we're all swapping and reading. So that was the last one I read. Okay. And then right now I'm just starting Evelyn Hugo and 7 Husbands.
Okay. I haven't read it, but I just said yesterday that's
yes. So I'm really excited to start that. I heard amazing things, and I'm sort of like rationing it because we still have more trip to do, and I want to save it for later. Yeah.
When do you read? When do you find the time to read?
When I get home at the end of the day, and I wind down and I changed into my sweatpants or my pajamas, I just pull out my book. I love to, play online, look at real estate, and read my books.
What about series, things that you binge? Do you binge series ever?
Yes, The Crown.
The Crown. Okay.
Love The Crown. Sure. The Queen's Gambit.
Yes, I love that.
I do watch some Housewives. I've got to see what the other women are doing. Exactly.
Is there a favorite other than Beverly Hills? Do you have a favorite?
Well, I do watch OC sometimes because we have the same producers. So I'll hear little tidbits, and then I'm like, oh, I got to catch up on this part. Yeah. And then Salt Lake City kind of fascinates me.
Okay, fascinating. Slightly different life. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm going to ask you about beauty. We're going to cover all different types of topics, but what about hero products? What makeup product can you not live without?
I love Era Beauty Foundation.
Okay.
That's like an aerosol you put on a damp sponge. That's amazing. Okay. For sort of like every day, I love to wear a tinted sunblock that's by Bare Minerals. And it has like a 30 SPF.
And what about skincare? What are your ride or die skincare products?
I love a glycolic, like 10% glycolic on my face. I've been using this new one called Ourself. That's like 34% glycolic, and it kind of takes the dead layer off your skin. Yeah. I also love M61 Power Boost heavy moisturizer. That's like, if I could only pack one heavy moisturizer and want to leave all the other stuff behind, like that's the one I would take in my bag.
Yeah. What about beauty treatments? I mean, women in LA are known for their glamour. What are your go-to beauty treatments that you can't live without?
I love no downtime lasers. That to me is like the best. I always get people saying, oh, you had a facelift, or you did this, or you did fillers, and this and that. Of course, I have tried fillers, but I do Botox. Yeah. I took a break from that for a while, going back to acting because I need to move my face.
Yeah, you need some expression.
But really, the thing that I think has made the biggest difference in my skin are the no downtime lasers.
Okay. Do you have one of those masks that you do at home?
I did just get
I
one.
feel like you need one of those.
Actually, my niece Paris uses one, and then her husband Carter said I was talking about it, and they sent me one to do at home. So when I get home, I'm going to be doing one of those.
There are worse people to get recommendations from than Paris as well.
Absolutely.
I think she knows what what about your hair? I mean, your iconic hair. Your hair is kind of synonymous with you. What do you do to look after it?
You know, I feel like with hair, less is more, honestly. I'm someone who doesn't like to put a lot of product in my hair, or usually no product, because I think it dulls the shine.
I agree.
And I use, every time I wash my hair, I use a very heavy mask.
Okay.
Like some people do that once in a while. I do it every time I wash my hair.
And how often do you wash your hair?
Now it's changed. Like, as I get older, you know, it goes, I would say, used to be every day, then it was every other day. Now I'll wash it on the third day.
Okay, nice. What about exercise? What do you do? How do you stay fit? What do you enjoy
What
doing?
do I do for exercise? I do the Peloton. I do hiking, yoga, weights, light weights.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, what I do. And I meditate every single day.
I love the idea of meditating every day.
I learned on the Peloton app.
Yeah.
So I was like, during the pandemic. So I started doing that with Ross Rayburn. He has a great meditation that I listen to every day, different ones. And for me, that and being outdoors is probably what gives me the best peace of mind.
Nice. You're lucky you get the weather for it, unlike us. What about any guilty pleasures?
I love pizza. I love pasta. Those are my guilty pleasures. I really love Italian food.
Okay, nice. What about life? You have, been in a famously long marriage. What is your secret to a happy marriage?
It's always such a hard question to ask because it's so multi-layered. I mean, it's, respecting each other's individuality, learning to let the small stuff slide. Just, I think, surrounding yourself with other happily married couples or solid couples is really important. I cannot stress that enough.
Yeah. What about parenting daughters? I mean, you have 4 daughters, big age gaps between them. I mean, how do you must have all that you should write a book really on parenting daughters. What's your advice?
Gosh, that's a very loaded question.
It's also a very big question.
It is a very big question. I mean, I kind of feel like I'm pretty much a professional at this point. I mean, I have been going to, checkups at the pediatrician and orthodontist for 30-something years, literally.
Yeah.
I learn a lot from them, and thank God, I was a mom at 19. So they really do teach me so much.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to go to college because I was working all my life and had a baby at, like I said, I got married at 18, had a baby at 19. So it was really just, enforcing, education and a love of travel and different cultures, and just really a mutual respect,
What about, you said you became a mother at 19. What advice would you, the question here is, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? What would you tell your 19-year-old self? What piece of advice would you give yourself?
You're doing a good job. My mom used to say, you're a really incredible mother to me when I was so young. And I was like, oh, thanks. But now when I see, my kids and their ages, I'm like, I cannot believe that I actually was a mom at that age and doing that. And it came very naturally to me. I'm very lucky because I had my sisters who also had children young. So I got to practice with Paris and Nikki and my niece Brooke. And I see moms taking their kids for a walk and they're on their phone and they don't even realize the umbrella of the stroller is covering their whole baby's face and they're not even looking at the trees. And I'm like, put your phone down, talk to your kids, point to the trees and the birds and the flowers. And I used to just, take a blanket and make a picnic and sit with my babies one-on-one in the park and no phone. Even if we had one, I'd leave it in the diaper bag. And well, I didn't have one with Farah actually. It was like one of those ones in the car that was like sticking up.
What about being a good friend?
Being a good listener, and I'm reserving judgment, but also calling the person out when, like, what the hell are you doing right with you? So I think that's being a good friend. Just, being there when the chips are really down.
Okay, I agree. We can't talk about friendship without talking about Housewives, obviously. Can I ask you to name a favorite? Who are you closest with?
My closest relationship is with Teddy Mellencamp, who is no longer on the show, but I think people don't realize you can have actual, genuine, deep friendships from these shows. And this is someone that, she now moved right down the street from me. Actually, Dorit lives down the street from me too. And we're all, very close. And we spend time with our children and our husbands and we travel together. And we share all the ups and downs of our lives.
You are genuinely friends. What's the best thing about being on a reality show?
The traveling, the things that we get to do. It kind of made me, it definitely made me step outside of my comfort zone as someone who suffers from anxiety. You know, always pushing me, like, I mean, I know the producers will think it's funny sometimes. We're putting Kyle in a, like, what was that thing I went in Hong Kong? That
A cable car.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever
Yeah.
that was, but it was
Horrifying.
really high up.
Yeah.
You know, a helicopter from, you know, in Provence. I don't like helicopters.
Yeah.
So it really has made me step outside of my comfort zone and just the traveling and things like that. But on the other side of it, outside of the show, is the doors that has opened to allow me to produce television now and go back to my acting roots, which is my first love.
Yeah.
So
Fun. And the worst thing?
the scrutiny, people thinking you're someone that you're not, the judgment. I don't know. I guess that.
How do you deal with that?
Not very well.
No, still. Do you,
no.
Like, has your skin thickened over the years?
Absolutely, it has. You know, and when new people come in, I see they're struggling. I make a point to reach out to them and say, I just want you to know, I know it feels rough right now, but there'll be good days and bad days, and I promise this too shall pass. And then next thing you know, I'm feeling it again. I'm like, I'm feeling this after 12 years. It just gets frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
And when you're feeling kind of beaten down, it's hard.
Yeah, of course it is. On Hey You right now, you can see season 12.
All of them, probably.
Well, you can see the rest of them as well. But the most, we're here to talk about season 12.
Yes.
What can we expect from this season? What's coming up that we
gosh.
haven't seen yet?
A lot of days of stress for all the women involved in the show. There's a lot of drama. I don't like using that word because it's so overused, but there's just a lot of kind of jaw-dropping moments coming up, and a lot of tension, a lot of craziness, a lot of fun too. You know, traveling, and no slow moments this season. So I think that the fans are going to be happy,
satisfied,
entertained for sure.
Entertained. Okay, good. We'll leave it there, Carl. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As we said, you can see the first third. I think we said.
I think we're about a third way
We'll go with the first third of season 12 and all the existing seasons on Hey You now. Thank you, Kyle. Honestly, what a dream to interview. Finally, today is the last in our Sustainable Living series with SUPERDRY. This time, we're putting makeup artist MJ Williams in the hot seat.
Hiya, I'm MJ and I'm a cruelty-free and vegan makeup artist, and I'm on my sustainability journey trying to infuse as much eco-friendly things into my life as I possibly can. So in the mornings I wake up about 7 o'clock, I aim for that. However, if I'm shooting, I'm normally waking up about 5 o'clock. But at the moment, it's so bright and lovely outside that I kind of wake up naturally with the natural daylight anyway. 3 things I do every morning are head out to the fields or to the park with Chippy. I try and get my circadian rhythm moving first thing, and it makes me just feel great, getting the fresh air in and being playful with my dog. I get home and I have a Huel every morning. I love Huel. I feel like it sets me up for the day. I get loads of nutrients in my body, and I often add like bananas, mushroom powders, some nut butter and all the goodness in, so it just tastes like a milkshake. The third thing I do every morning is pick up my journal, and I will do a brain dump, so write everything down which just comes to my head. It can be as wild and wonderful as possible because no one's going to ever read it. I'm also going to write down, I've got a SMILEY acronym. So S stands for silence, so meditation. M, I write a mantra every day. I, imagination, so I try and include something in there like making up a recipe or even reading fiction. L, learning, so I do my Duolingo every day to try and learn Spanish, Espanol. E, exercise every day, and Y, try and fit in my yoga, so I'll tick them off through the day. To me, the meaning of sustainable living is slowing down and just being more thoughtful and conscious of everything that we consume, and also thinking about everything that we buy and what impact that makes on the world and everything else around us. When I'm getting dressed, I always think about comfort because I'm currently pregnant, so that's the most important thing right now. And just being chic and classy, and I always add my signature pieces, like I've always got my crystals on, my dangly jewellery, cowboy boots, just making myself feel like me. I describe my personal style as quite boho, floaty, really comfortable, really trying to be more adventurous with colour at the moment, but I tend to wear black, white and very neutral shades. But yeah, I'm really trying to pull in some brights into my summer wardrobe. Some of my favourite pieces from the SUPERDRY sustainable range are the Tencel play suits, and I've also got really nice military shirts. I really love the Eco Vero dresses. The way I like to dress for work is all black because I'm normally covered from head to toe in makeup by the end of the day. So actually I start off black but end up multicolour. I love to wear crystals every day because I feel like, first of all, I love how they look, but I also feel like it brings good energy wherever I am and holds energy of people that I'm around as well. If I've been around people I don't like so much, I'll give them a wash. A typical work day for me is not very typical. It's different every day, which I love. So I could be on a beauty campaign, working with a makeup brand or a beauty brand, which I love, and I also do a lot of celebrity work, so I could be bouncing from house to house with a kit. And some days I also work from home. I create content for beauty brands and lifestyle brands around sustainability, veganism and cruelty-free. Natural and sustainable beauty are really important to me because the amount of plastic from the beauty industry in landfill is outrageous, and we really need to do something about it. If you just think about the amount of shower gel bottles you go through a year, shampoo bottles, toothpaste, it's just so much plastic. Not only the plastic, but also the ingredients that go into the products to make it, as well as that's been washed down the drain, all kind of leads to being really unsustainable and affecting our world. So by shopping with sustainable brands and supporting those brands, we are genuinely making a difference. To me, the meaning of sustainable beauty is that every time we make a purchase, we are voting with our wallet. For a sustainable brand, I would say that a truly sustainable brand is a brand that thinks about every single part of the process, from creating the product with the ingredients, the chemicals they put into the product to first of all make it, as well as what's in the product, what's going to be washed down the drain and underpin our water systems, and even the packaging, what's it made of, is it going to degrade, can it be recycled into anything else, and also just the ease of it, because a lot of the time products that say recyclable aren't actually recycled at all, so making it as easy as possible to be eco-friendly and sustainable. Secondly, I would always refill my shampoo, my shower gel and conditioner now at the package-free shop. And thirdly, I found some really good plastic-free lipsticks, also refillable lipsticks. I know I only get 3, but I'm wearing one today and I wanted to mention it. I've got eyelashes on, fake eyelashes on, which are made from recycled fabrics. Some changes we could all make to our beauty routines to make them more sustainable would first of all be to use up what we've got. I know there's loads of new launches coming out all the time and it's really easy to go, just want to try it all. But yeah, really using up every last drop of our product is a really good way to start. And then when you are ready to buy a new product, invest in a really good high quality product. And a good way of knowing it's sustainable is looking for a Soil Association accreditation on the back or a B Corp one. It's also really nice to support brands that make their products in the same country that you are. It means their carbon emissions will be much lower. I think at the very least they should be recyclable, but even better if they're made out of sugarcane or recycled plastics or other sustainable materials. I'd always be more inclined to buy that too. In the future, I'd love to be more sustainable in my life. I'd love to have a fully electric car. I did have one before, but the mileage was like 100 miles and it was very stressful, but now they're getting so much better. So that'd be my first thing. I'd also love to have a fully sustainable kit, as well as being vegan and cruelty free. That's a really big challenge. And because I am pregnant and due in December, I'm looking forward to finding out ways that I can be more eco-friendly, bringing up a baby as well.
So that's it. Thank you so much to MJ, Kyle, Natalie, Sarah, and of course, Heather and Sherry. On next week's show, Polly is back with a style clinic. There is more delicious foodie inspo from an Instagram sensation. Michelle de Swart, star of the new dark comedy The Baby, is here, and lots more. It is a goodie. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye-bye.